replacement stylus. I've read 2. 2.5. Sure, they were the first to do the dual cameras, and they were the first to add a wide angle raise. Jeez. Like, you know, it's supposed to be fancy, you know. Look at that little mechanism there. Ooh la la, but yeah, look how neat. Oh. Do they still make the notes? Really? We're wasting no time getting straight to the next video. If you know, you know. So go ahead and take the remainder of a certain lollipop, which is just gum at this point. And welcome to my tap and tell, where I tap and tell. And today we have just a whole bunch of my old gadgets, so I compiled them together, and I thought I'd talk about them over a bit. So let's start off with my old Game Boy. This is going working for me. Now this actually does work. I'm not sure why the batteries aren't in there. So I was just trying it out when I found it, but now it still works. I actually thought I had gotten rid of this a long time ago. So I don't know. I don't know. I actually had the other Game Boy also, SP. I don't know where that one went either. I'm pretty sure it was red. No. We do have a single game, and I don't even remember getting this one, which is Mario Party Advance. My retro vintage deck. Don't got a whole lot of it, let me tell you. I most likely will never get rid of this. I probably would have given it to one of my nephews had they asked, had they known. But now, I'm not giving it to anybody. Yeah, who knows where that thing went. The battery cover. Now when did I get this? Okay, well this isn't the first one that I had. Or the second or third. So, this was pretty recent, I think. Because I think it probably belonged to another friend of mine. And he gave it to me. So that means I probably didn't do a whole lot playing on this particular one. Let's see what games did I play on this, on Game Boy just in general. This one. Probably like Golden Sun, Pokemon, obviously Pokemon. Ruby and Sapphire, Emerald, Fire Red. What else? I took 4 minutes on this one thing. I'm not totally taking that long. XL. XL. 3DS. One of my favorite consoles of all time. Top 5, maybe top 3, maybe top 2, I don't know. Now my 3DS is a little rough shape. There's a crack somewhere around here. Oh, right here. It's a pretty serious crack. Still functions, however, I can't find my charger. So, because I would have loved to have shown you guys my town in Animal Crossing. Because best believe, Animal Crossing New Leaf, the best Animal Crossing game to date. I would love to show you guys the Yakoto, which is the name of my town. I'll look for it and try to find it one day. Show you guys. Visit Graham and the rest of the batch. What was the name of that dang wolf? I didn't have him in New Horizons, but he is in my town here. Oh, I forget. Wait, will you turn around? I know. It's been off for years. Yeah, but hello, Nintendo. The Switch 2 better have a mic, okay? Because look, mic. How crazy is that? The Switch doesn't have a mic. Overall, the 3DS, you might be able to argue what's better than the Switch. Might. Yeah, let's see, the hinge is kind of, gotta be real careful. Dropped it a couple, one too many times. So, gotta know how to handle it. I had to get a replacement stylus. Didn't need it until I started playing Mario and Luigi. Whatever that last one was for the 3DS. Very fun. Beat it, loved it. Got rid of it. That is my 3DS XL. Let's see what other games I had for this in its lifetime. Pokemon, obviously. I had X and Y, actually. Is that right? I had X and Y. I had Mario Kart 7, I believe. Super Mario 3D Land. Fantastic game. So let's see what we have, guys. Obviously Animal Crossing, Mario and Luigi. I don't know. And obviously Animal Crossing. Move on. This is my old Kindle e-reader. So try to have a good way here. Somebody that I know, or once knew, bought me this for my birthday a while back, years ago, because I had said, like, right before the new year, I was like, yeah, I kind of want to, one of my goals was to read more, like it was this last time, which is I want to read more this year. It was the same goal that year, and they were like, oh, how many books do you have? I was like, I don't have 8 books, are you kidding me? Would you like a Kindle? I'll get you a Kindle. And I was like, oh, that would be legit. Sure enough, for my birthday, they got me a Kindle. buy it, but I have like probably like 60 books on here. I've read two. 2.5. 2.25. And I have some audiobooks on here from Stephen King. I actually have like almost Stephen King's entire collection on here. Now, the interesting thing about this right here is that it's actually dead. The battery inside of here exploded. When I found it, it was busting at the seams here. Can I open here? Well, I'm not going to open it, but you know, it was like basically like this. So I took the whole back off, and sure enough, that battery was exploded. It will still function. I just need to buy a replacement. But yeah, kind of sad. It's crazy that it's still on though, because that's actually the e-ink. So even without the power, it's doing that. That's crazy, right? Well, I guess it is e-ink, but still. So I'll probably, at some point, I will replace the battery. Who knows when? After monetization, perhaps. Who knows? I know I got a lot of things on my agenda for that point. But yeah, my old Kindle. I used to surf on the web on this thing. It was awful. Absolutely awful. But yeah. Kindle. Shout out to ASMR for everyone. Because I found this because of you. All of your little book hauls and, you know, monthly book reads inspired me to read more. But obviously I can't because it's exploded. So, like I said, I technically am reading that other book, Boundaries, on my actual tablet, but it's not the same, right? Like, you have a Kindle. I can't tell if that's a Kindle with a color screen or not, though. It looked like a regular Kindle with like a light. Like, you know, once they got fancy. But mine's not fancy. I mean, even though it has a keyboard, those are gone, but this is still really neat to have. So, let's move on. Two of my old phones, because I was wanting to keep this phone under 20 minutes. I wanted to keep this video under 20 minutes, but I took too much time on that dang Game Boy. So, okay. So what do we have? Which one? This is my old LG G6 Android. This was part of their flagship line at the time. However, I believe they got up to maybe the 8, and then LG went under. Well, they didn't go under. They quit making cell phones. And for a while, they were really innovative. They brought a whole bunch of really cool ideas to this. I'm pretty sure they were the first to do the dual cameras, and they were the first to add a wide-angle lens or camera onto their phones. They were first to do like infrared, and they were really, really innovative. So I was really sad when they dropped out of the ring because I was always excited for what they would bring to the table. Now they did get a little boring there at the end, but look how pretty this thing was though. That's like titanium or something, and glass, obviously, because all the cracks. And that 3D printer or fingerprint, or you know what I mean. And so I loved this thing. I use this thing to death, and it still technically functions. Okay, you're not even gonna. Yeah, its battery is a joke at this point. I'm surprised it hasn't exploded because that thing does not want to hold a charge. I'll charge this thing up, and if I start trying to like use Twitter or something, I got like 30 minutes and this thing's gonna go off. Basically, it only works if you have it plugged in. So now I just use it for like Well, at this point, nothing, but I'm gonna repurpose it probably for videos. I would use it for music, but there's just not enough space on here. But if I got another, that's what I'll do. I'll buy like a bigger memory card one day and use it for like a media player. Alright. And then we have my other phone. This is a Samsung Galaxy. A Samsung Galaxy Indulge. So it was somewhere in the tiers, not quite a flagship, not a mainline Galaxy, but it was in the family. And it had a keyboard, which was what I wanted. I wanted the keyboard. And I believe I used this until I got like an iPhone 5. What are we up to now? I should probably not even say that. Anyways. This was no fingerprinter, no dual cameras. It still had expandable storage. Actually, even that LG had expandable storage. But this is way older. I mean, no, what was I gonna show? It's a dedicated camera button, though, isn't that crazy? Yeah. So I could just back up. Click, click. So I really like this. Initially, I had a bunch of emulators on here. It was through Cricket. What all I have to say about it. I wish I could turn it on. It's I believe it needs new battery. I would love to see what I have on here though. What pictures, what apps. It would literally be like a blast from the past. Oh, look at that. My lens is literally scuffed. Won't be using this thing for pictures. But yeah, that's my Samsung Galaxy Indulge. That's literally the name, Samsung Galaxy Indulge. So, because you're indulging in the keyboard. Now they got like the Samsung Galaxy A5, A6. I don't know if those are actually. And finally, two of my old digital cameras. This is the Kodak C330 and the FujiFilm FinePix Z. This one had a printer that you could just pop it onto and it would print out. I didn't have the printer though. That printer was like more than the freaking camera. I was perfectly fine with just the camera. Both of these still work. This one needs batteries and the other one needs to be charged, but okay, first of all, why is it so hard to open? First, if this thing has batteries in it, that's a bad sign. I'm pretty sure it has batteries in it. Oh, what was I thinking? Got anything on here that I can use? Oh, well. I'm sure those batteries exploded. Oh, well. So, yeah, you have to zoom in. Your memory card's locked. You click your little scene settings. Little lens came out here. It's ink. Optical. So, your little viewfinder. How my nephew used to be. Jeez. So cute. And my little strap. So, I used this thing to record my high school's senior video thing. Not only that, but it was also like my school's final year. Like they were literally going to be bouldering the school the next year. So it was like literally like the last thing. And so I used this to film like the big senior video, but it was also like the last video, so I was recording everything basically. Was not a very fun experience. megapixels. Your phone probably has 10, 15, 20, 4. And the FujiFilm, this one was like, you know, supposed to be fancy, you know. Look at that little mechanism there. Ooh la la. Yeah. Now I believe this had more megapixels by probably double, but I don't remember. Yeah. This is when like all the brands had their own proprietary equipment, so nobody was using like a standard USB for charging or some kind of familiar port. You could just do it. No, Fujifilm had their own, Sony had their own, Kodak had their own. So this thing came with, so you could charge it in like this dock thing, or you could use a cord, and I don't even remember. But the cord is stupid because it's like this little DV thing in there. But basically, you had to take this whole battery out, and it's kind of like a DSLR. For my DSLR, anyways, you gotta take out the thing and put it in a thing and charge it. That's how this is, which is whack. Whack. SD card slot, standard, not micro. So yeah. I actually used to use this to record YouTube videos. Back when I had like a weight loss channel, I used this. Actually, I used both of these at some point. I started out with the other one though, and then I moved over to this. Quality. Yeah. Oh wait, here it is. So it's got 3 times optical zoom, which is legit, by the way. Oh, but there's nothing about megapixels, so it don't matter. It's no good today. So maybe one day I will shoot with one of these videos, with one of these like a vintage style video, when we can kind of have like a past and pass and see what the videos were like. Oh, that'd be fun. I'm gonna charge this up and figure out the situation with that one too. There's still this baby here, but this actually isn't mine. This is my brother's, who was off on vacation. Vacation, I mean, he's in jail. So this is his. I don't even know what version Galaxy this is. Actually, it's a Note. It's some version of the Note. And it's from 2019 or 18. I don't remember. But look how that's just so pretty. That's why I like it so much. I would use this as a media device, but it's passcode locked and you don't remember what it is. This is just so pretty. That's so like that. What is that, chrome or like an opal, whatever that little. I love that. I love it. And plus, it's so big and stylish. That's so me. I would love it. I would love this. That's why I want a new iPad, but I want like a big iPad with like the styler. I have to tell you all about my iPad days because I had 2. My last one, tragic storage, really. Story time, iPad. Someone did want a story time. We'll get to that one day. Probably this month, actually. So, but yeah, look how neat. Oh, do they still make the Notes? The Galaxy line is so crazy now. I mean, they're all kind of this big at this point, right? Like, this was huge. I mean, this is still bigger than my phone. My iPhone. It's bigger than my old phones. You look at that, that's insane. But yeah, so I think that's it. We got nothing else to show. We got nothing else to show. This was fun though. A little blast from the past. Alright, you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Let's take a quick thumbnail. Actually, no, I'll take the thumbnail after. Or will I? Yeah, I'll take it after. What should I use for the thumbnail though? use the Kindle on the Game Boy. We won't be using that one in particular, though. I'm just saying, it looks something like that, or it should. I go crazy with the thumbnails. Like I always have, like, literally, as crappy as some of them will turn out, I make like 15 of them, and I'm like, which one to use? Which one? It drives me nuts. Like, between like the thumbnails, I hate that part, but they matter so much. And it's just like, I wish I could really simplify it. You know what I mean? But I always forget to make a thumbnail in the picture, so I'm taking a still from like a random shot in the video, and it's not always crisp and blah blah blah. Thank you for tuning in. Smile for the camera. Oh, I didn't do the thing. Oh yeah, that was another thing. This one did not have a viewfinder. It was all digital. Which, looking back,